Well, a Marvel movie would not be a Marvel movie without a really great post-credit scene. Or two. Shang Chi didn't disappoint. We got a mid-credit scene and a post-credits. And that mid-credit scene may have set up some interesting details for the future of the Marvel Universe. Let's take a couple minutes to break down what happened there and dig in a little bit to what may be coming or have been called into the MCU. Now, before we dive in, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and ring the bell for all the updates. Also, don't forget about this big giveaway. We got a PlayStation 5 to give away at 25,000 subscribers. All you have to do to get in on our giveaway is be a subscriber and leave us some sort of comment. Also, if you can, check out that Buy Me a Coffee link down below. It is a spectacular way to support this channel with a tiny bit of pocket change, all while creating no new obligations for yourself. We really appreciate it. Well, last night I got to see Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and let's just say I was not disappointed. Like with many Marvel movies, we got a couple of post-credit scenes, and the mid-credit scene in this movie really set up some interesting details. Now, obviously, there's going to be spoilers in here, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, it was just released last night, don't let my video spoil that for you. Go see it and come back later. Now, it's pretty clear to me after watching the film that Marvel has some big plans for the future of Shang in the MCU, and that mid-credit scene seemed to seal the deal. Now, if you haven't seen the movie yet, let me just break it down a little bit for you. We got a post-credit scene in the movie where Wong actually brought Katie and Shang to the Sanctum Sanctorum, and they were having a meeting with Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel. Now, Bruce Banner and Captain Marvel are both in there in hologram form, and they talk a little bit about the rings. Bruce Banner actually confirms that they are not vibranium, and Wong reveals there's absolutely no records of the 10 rings. Now, Captain Marvel is just there for a second, but she also concludes that it isn't based on anything such as Chitauri tech. But we do find out that when the rings were fully activated, they started sending a beacon message out. So, who is that beacon calling to? Well, that is the million-dollar question. Although the Celestials may seem likely, that really doesn't make a lot of sense. And if you look at the Marvel release order, the Eternals was supposed to be released a long time ago, so I really don't think that's the case. But we've talked a lot about the 10 rings on this channel. I'll actually link a video down below where we break down the original comic book version of the 10 rings. Now, in Marvel Comics history, the 10 rings were technology created by an alien race called Maklauns. Now, these were a dragon-like people from a different galaxy. Now, they're from the planet Kakarathana, and in efforts to conquer many worlds, one of them actually landed on Earth in ancient China. These space dragons use their powers to shapeshift and blend in with the rest of the humans on Earth. And one of them, Fang Foom, was in a sort of stasis for thousands of years until he was awoken. Now, I doubt Marvel will do a direct conversion of these characters to the MCU, but I think it might be safe to say that the Maklauns could play a major threat to the MCU down the line. We actually find out in the film the Great Protector hails from another universe, and he very well could have been from their home planet. Now, when you think back to the Infinity Saga, this is exactly how that was set up. Little bits placed in post-credit scenes. It's pretty clear to me Marvel has some pretty big plans for Shang, and I suspect the rings themselves will be at the center. In the comics, the character is pretty much a kung fu guy, and giving him the 10 rings is quite the departure from the books. I suspect the rings themselves will be a gift and a burden in future episodes featuring the character, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But all of this makes me pretty excited. After watching the latest Marvel Studios release, it's pretty clear to me dragons are on the menu, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of that type of fantastical beast in different variations coming down the road. So, what do you guys think? How did you like the post-credit? How did you like the mid-credit scene for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings? And do you believe the rings are calling to the Maklauns or some other alien race? Sound off in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you press like, click subscribe, and if you don't ring that bell, you're not getting any updates. Peace.